Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Hidden Prisms Collection by OPI. I was sent this collection from HB Beauty Bar, so in the description box below I will link the HB Beauty Bar site and Instagram page. I'll link the OPI site and Instagram page, and then I'll link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So we do have 12 new OPI shades to look at today. Half of them are in the regular line, half of them are in the Infinite Shine line. The Infinite Shine line is this super strong contrasting shimmer, and then the regular line are these little tiny micro flakes. So we do have 12 polishes to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So we will start with the Infinite Shine line, and up first we have Rainbows in Your Fuchsia, and this is kind of a brighter magenta pink with a purple to pink to gold shifting shimmer, but of course under my lights these shifty shimmers aren't going to show up as virtually anything until you see the macro photos. So here's our first coat of Rainbows in Your Fuchsia. For all of today's polishes, I'm going to do 2 coats on video, but I did do 3 coats of everything on swatch photos, whether they needed it or not, just to keep everything consistent across the board. So this does have a good formula. The shimmer that's in here is super strong. It does shift really, really well. Here's that second coat. This does have brush strokes throughout it when it's wet. Most of those go away as it dries, but not all of them. This will dry pretty glossy all on its own. Nothing is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. Up next we have Chroma, and this is a orange base with a purple to pink to gold shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Chroma. This one also has a good, smooth, easy to work with formula, no running, pulling, or staining with anything in today's video. Again, this one does have brush strokes when it's wet. Those will go away as it dries for the most part. So here is that second coat, and this is one that definitely needed that third coat. Depending on your pickiness level, most of the Infinite Shine ones I think you could get away with 2 easily, but there's 2 coats. Up next we have Optical Illu-sun, and this is a chartreuse base, and it's got a purple to pink to like greeny gold shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Optical Illu-sun. This one covers pretty well here on this first coat, all things considered. This is one that I didn't think needed a third coat at all, but I did do it just to keep it consistent across the board. Most of these shifty shimmers are super strong to where if you do have any visible nail line after 2 coats, I don't think anybody would be able to notice it except maybe yourself. Again, you do want to be kind of mindful of your brush strokes, as not all of them dissipate when it dries, but most of them do. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Your Lime to Shine, and this one is I would call it a turquoise base with a blue to purple to pink shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Your Lime to Shine. Again, this one covers pretty well here on this first coat. I'm going to build it up in 2 today, but my swatch photos do show 3. The shifty shimmer in all of these is super strong, super shifty, very multi-chrome and indie-esque on the nail, which I totally appreciate. So here is that second coat, and again I'm stopping at just 2 coats today. I would go ahead and throw on a third coat of this one, definitely, mostly to even things out and cover up any bald spots. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Prismatic Fanatic, and this is a blurple base with a blue to purple to pink shifty shimmer. Here's our first coat of Prismatic Fanatic, and again this one does cover pretty well here on this first coat. You could also, if you wanted to, layer these over a black. get a similar effect as building it up in 3 coats, but you do have to kind of work in a thicker coat over black just to make sure it covers completely and evenly. So again, I am stopping here at 2 coats. I did do 3 for my photos, and you do want to be mindful of your brush strokes, but nothing is difficult to remove, so there is 2 coats. Lastly, from this line, we have Feeling Optimistic, and this is a lilac base with a purple to blue to pink shifty shimmer. And here's our first coat of Feeling Optiprismic. This one, again, covers well on the first coat. I didn't have running, pulling, or staining with anything in today's video. You do want to be mindful of these brush strokes. Some of them do hang around once it's fully dry. Here is our second coat, and again, I'm stopping at 2 today, but doing 3 for my photos. You are going to want top coat for longevity purposes, but these do dry nice and glossy all on their own. So there is 2 coats. And moving on to the regular line, instead of the shifty shimmers, these do have tiny little micro flakes in them that shift instead. And this one is called She's a Prismaniac, and this is a kind of soft rosy base with these purple to pink shifting flecks. Here's our first coat of She's a Prismaniac. Now again, with this second half of the collection, I'm going to do 2 coats in all of my videos, but 3 coats in all of my photos. I do think that this second half of the collection definitely needs all 3 coats. And again, you could layer these over another color to get a different kind of effect from those flakes, or build them up on their own. So these do dry on the dull side. You will want top coat to finish these off, but nothing in these is going to be difficult to remove like a glitter. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Magic Hour, and this is a yellowy orange base with little flecks that shift from a gold to a red. Here's our first coat of Magic Hour. These do have good formulas, not too thick, not too thin, very smooth, easy to work with, no running or pulling on these either. The flakes that are in here do stand out nicely, and depending on what base color you layer them over, it is going to shift different colors, and it's a really, really cool, very indie-esque effect, and I really love that. So 3 coats. I did still have some nail line as well. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Ray-diance, and this is a yellow base that has purple to blue shifting flecks. These all do have contrasting shimmers as well. I definitely haven't been talking about that, but this one does have a contrasting red shimmer. Here's our first coat of Ray-diance. This one I really love in one coat on its own. I think it's a beautiful color for the spring and the summer on its own, and layered over black, it's gorgeous for the fall and the winter. Formula, again, is smooth and easy to work with. No running or pulling on this either. You are going to want top coat to finish this off, though, just to give it some nice plump shine and longevity. So there is 2 coats. So up next we have Gleam On, and this is a lighter grassy green base, and this one does have a silvery shimmer to it, as well as these gold to green little micro flakes. Here's our first coat of Gleam On. Again, a great formula, not too thick or too thin. This is also one that if you layered it, I mean all of them, but if you layered it over another color, you are going to get a different effect from the shifty flakes that are in this. So again, I'm doing 2 coats today, 3 for all of my swatch photos. You are going to want top coat to finish this one off, but removal's easy. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Pigment of My Imagination, and this is a softer but yet dusty blue base that has these blue to purple shifting microflakes as well as a purple shimmer. Here is Pigment of My Imagination, and just like the rest of them, these are sheer polishes. You are going to want to build this up or use it as a topper if you don't like to see your nail line. Here is our second coat, and that does build up well in 2 coats. I was able to achieve full opacity on this one in 3. Again, wear the top coat, it protects your manicure, it makes everybody nice and happy. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Rainbows A Go-Go, and this is a lighter, I guess it's leaning almost towards neon, but very lightened out neon purple, and it does have pink, purple, and gold shifting microflakes in there, as well as this almost purpley shimmer. And here is Rainbows A Go-Go. This one is pretty pigmented for being in this side of the collection. I did achieve full opacity in 3 coats still. Formula is much the same, smooth, not too thick, not too thin, no formula issues whatsoever. So here's our second coat, and that one's virtually opaque in 2 coats, but I did go ahead and do 3. Again, wear the top coat, and there is 2 coats. So I have 2 favorites. The first one from the regular line being Radiance. This is such a fun, beautiful yellow. I think this is gorgeous built up on its own. It's going to look really gorgeous as a topper. I think this would be super beautiful through every season. In the winter, you can layer it over black. In the fall, you can do it over like a mustard. I think over on its own in 3 coats would be gorgeous for spring and summer. So I really like Radiance. And then of all of them, my absolute favorite was Optical Illu-sun. It's this gorgeous, very original, especially for OPI, chartreuse color with a super gorgeous shifty shimmer to it. I am all about a shifty shimmer right now. So this one really, really called to me. The ugly pretty color, it's kind of like a baby puke color. So the ugly pretty color of it, the shifty shimmer of it is stunning. So those were the standouts in the collection for me. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up and what was your favorite. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.